the oboe mosquito. The mosquito literally flew in the face of convention. It was unlike any other plane of World War II. At a time when raw materials, manpower, and skilled mechanics were almost impossible to come by, designers at the de Havilland Aircraft Company came up with the idea of building the fastest fighter bomber in the world using furniture makers, women, and wood.
They had the skills, they had the tools, and the craftsmen who could work with wood. And hence, this beautiful piece of machinery, which is actually the fastest aircraft from about 1941 to 44. Quite a feat. Timber, plywood, balsa wood.
The fuselage was built in two parts using alternating layers of thin plywood, glued together around a concrete core. Once dry, the two halves were fitted with hydraulics and other fixtures, then glued and bolted together, and united with a single wooden wing assembly and a tail fin. Construction was simple and efficient.
And that's the thickness. That's you inside there, 400 odd miles an hour on the outside. All the separating a piece of plywood and balsa wood.
But the wooden design was stronger than it looked. The single laminated wing was sturdy enough to hold two massive 1,600 horsepower Rolls-Royce engines, making the Mosquito the fastest, most fuel-efficient plane in its class. This was a plane fast enough to evade German fighters and robust enough to carry a heavy payload of bombs and flares. But it still needed a means of navigating to its target. For this, the RAF first looked to a system used by the heavy bombers, a system known as G.
The G set was perhaps the navigator's most important aid.
G worked off a chart that corresponded to a series of UK-based radio signals.
What we're trying to do is measure the time difference between the arrival of two pulses transmitted.
Japan was so far away, it could only be hit from the air. But such long-range attacks required copious resources: bases, airstrips, ammunition, and fuel supplies. They also needed planes that were powerful and fuel-efficient enough to cover the huge distances. The B-17s were proving effective in Europe, but here, something bigger and better was needed.
Okay, I think we can dispense with the documentary.
Super Fortress.
The B-29 was almost twice the B-17 any way you cared to measure it. It had
All right, let me tighten this one up a little bit more. Got a nest in there, pilots. Got a nest in there. 3 birds can live in that nest. That's okay. I'll get it all straightened up. There's a perfect panel divider there for the batteries to sit on, and you can put all your wires up underneath that panel. Might have to shorten these things here a little bit. Cats is out there doing something. Nothing's gonna break. to get this close. And I've got one more lead. I've got to clean this a little bit too, but I'll do that later. I've got one more lead here that I've got to fish through the right hole. I'm trying to get all the leads to one hole, but there's one here that's kind of short, so I got to make a shortcut run. Windex here, I'll get the light out of the camera. I got some fingerprints on it here. I had to hold on to this thing. Just using some Windex. Speaker leads, servo leads, LED leads, ESC leads. Stacks leads. However long this video is how long it's going to take me to get this thing ready at the field. Unless I can transport it in my trailer all in one piece. Which I'm going to try to do. My trailer's not going to be designed to carry 20 planes, maybe 10 at the most. All right. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna need my glasses for this. All right. There's our battery leads pointing back that way. First thing I've grabbed is a red navigation light. I need my navigation light wire harness, please. Present. Making sure of my polarity. Now you can plug LED leads into a regular wire harness. You just got to make sure to check your polarity and plug those leads into the right ones. You're gonna have one plug open. Red to red, black to black. My green navigation light, or wait a minute, red, excuse me. Whee! Look here. Landing lights. is gonna take a while. Now that was supposed to have a wire harness on there. Where is my wire harness? That's all for ESCs right here. Yep. Flaps. There's what that wire harness there for. My ailerons into the gyro. Ailerons. Okay. That leaves me ESCs. Here they are. ESCs, stacks, sound machine, and 2 ESC hookups. Okay. Speaker, that goes into the sound machine. Hold on. There it is. Other speaker. Okay. I'm not gonna hook the sound up. I'm not gonna hook the sound up. Not gonna have the stacks hooked up. But I'm needing to figure out that's I've got to find the gear. This gear has to go on its own channel. Okay. Speaker. This is the control of stacks, and this is the control of the sound system to the throttle. But we're not worried about that right now. I'm going to get my gyro halfway sitting straight down in here somewhere. Got an on and off switch for it, but I don't know if it's on or off. Alright. I've already checked the throttles. They should be both turning outboard. But what I want to do, since I've already had power and got it set up in the radio, I'm going to calibrate each ESC, and I'm going to see if I can do it right here. Alright, now I've got both ESCs got their signal light. I don't know why that gear went down. Well, I guess it's because I had my switch down. Alright. But I hadn't got that signal lead cut off. So now, let's see. I'll turn my throttle back up again. Get that one calculated. Okay, got it just in time there. Now I've got my throttle all the way down. Two 5S Admirals. Let's see, we're at 4,060 Cs. Why didn't that one program? That might be why I've got to take one of the signal leads off. Okay. That gear's going crazy for some reason too. Outboard. Outboard. Outboard, outboard. this spinning straight. Alright. Turn my gyro off, on. My gear's down. Landing gear lights is on, or landing lights is on. Oh, that's because I gotta hit this switch. Alright, my gear's hitting that cover a little bit. So I've got to adjust that. Yep, it's hitting that one just a little bit. Landing lights is coming on. When the gear goes down, they cutting off when the gear goes up. Yep, it's catching that thing right there a little bit. Okay. That's to be expected. We got ailerons. We got elevator. We got rudder. Let's see, is anything hitting the flaps? Ain't nothing hitting the flaps. You got takeoff flap. You got landing flap. Uh-oh, got a little whine. No, it stopped. It stopped. Going up with a 3-second delay. Alright, pilots. Everything's checking out pretty good. Got a little adjusting doing that cover on it, on the bottom, hitting the gear. And I know all my stacks is working. I've done checked them out. You can check my earlier videos out on that. And I mean, you know, I got props here that are ready to go on. Let's see which one does this say here. This is right. I'm gonna mark the way you put them on, because I'm gonna show you here on my other one what I had to do. And once you get your nut on, get it tight. You take that little fit in there, you screw it on the end of what shaft you got left, and then you've got your screws that screws it in. That puts your prop on, or puts your spinner on. And as you see, the 3 holes I drilled out lining up with the 3 nuts that come in from the hub that bolts the prop to it. I had to drill the 3 holes there, and that ain't easy getting in the exact position and getting that. If you can look in the hole here, you can see that rim just is almost perfectly right dead in the center. Okay, that wasn't easy, but that slides over where I had to file the corners of those hex ends on the shaft there to get it rounded to go over that. That wasn't easy. Had to count how many times I filed on that thing so I could keep all this stuff kind of close to balance. At least the props are balanced, but everything else that I've done and drilled out and done and this, that, and other, you know. So like I said, you get your nut and everything on it. Now this is the reversed end over here. So this prop is not going, I mean, spinner's not going to look right setting the way the prop sets, but it does have enough room to clear it all. Okay, what am I doing? What happened? What happened? Don't be making the noises. Don't be making them noises. Let's see if I can get it here. I ain't gonna hit that throttle. Don't want to hit that throttle. No. Let me grab this here. But I'm that far, pilots. I'm that far. And I'm out.